Atlético Madrid mastered legal football cheating. And before you click away thinking this is another conspiracy theory, I have receipts. Here's a question. What do Antoine Griezmann, João Félix, Alvaro Morata, and Saúl Niguez all have in common? No, it's not bad haircuts, though Griezmann certainly tried. They're all victims, or maybe accomplices, in the most sophisticated financial scheme in modern football. And it's completely legal. Welcome to the masterclass of how one club turned the loan market into their personal ATM machine. But wait, before we dive into this rabbit hole, let me ask you something. Have you ever borrowed something from a friend, kept it for so long that they forgot about it, and then just never gave it back? Yeah, me neither. Totally never happened. Well, Atlético Madrid basically does this with players. Except instead of your friend's Netflix password, we are talking about 120 million euro assets. And the best part? The selling clubs can't do anything about it. They signed the contract. They agreed to the terms. They walked right into the trap. So how does this work? And more importantly, why isn't anyone stopping them? Buckle up, because this story starts with a World Cup winner and ends with, well, you'll see. Let's rewind to 2019. Antoine Griezmann, fresh off a World Cup win, silky skills, questionable dance moves, leaves Atlético Madrid for Barcelona in a 120 million euro deal. Fast forward to 2021, Barcelona is drowning in debt. Like, selling naming rights to your stadium levels of broke. They need Griezmann's massive wages off the books. Enter Atlético Madrid, stage left, with a smile that says we can help with that. They offer Barcelona a loan deal. Seems innocent enough, right? Here's where it gets spicy. The deal. Griezmann goes back to Atlético on a 2-year loan. But, and this is a big but, Atlético only has to pay 40 million euros to make it permanent if Griezmann plays more than 50% of the matches where he is available. You see where this is going, don't you? Here's what happened. For the entire first season, Griezmann mysteriously became a 60-minute substitute. Like clockwork. He'd come on in the 60th minute, sometimes the 62nd, sometimes the 65th, but never before halftime. Never as a starter. Why? Because of the fine print. Barcelona's contract specified matches where he played more than 45 minutes would count toward that 50% threshold. So naturally, Diego Simeone, the tactical genius that he is, suddenly discovered that Griezmann was most effective in the final 30 minutes of games. What a coincidence. The numbers don't lie. Griezmann played more than 45 minutes in just 13 out of 37 matches in that first season. That's 35%. Nowhere near the 50% trigger. Barcelona was fuming. The media went crazy. Fans called it disgraceful. Atletico's response? We are following the contract. And technically, they were right. Now, before you think, okay, this is just one clever loophole, let me tell you something that'll blow your mind. This wasn't the first time. In fact, Griezmann wasn't even the most egregious example. The Griezmann saga was just the one that made headlines because it was 120 million euros and it involved Barcelona. But Atletico has been running this playbook for years. And honestly, they're kind of brilliant for it. Let me introduce you to Atletico's greatest hits collection. Number 1, Alvaro Morata, the boomerang. 2019, Atletico loans Morata from Chelsea with an option to buy for 55 million euros. The option only triggers if Atletico qualifies for Champions League and Morata plays a certain number of games. Guess what happened in his first season? He played just under the threshold. Option extended. Payment delayed. By the time they finally bought him permanently, they'd negotiated the price down to 35 million euros. That's 20 million euros in savings just by waiting. Slow clap for the accountants. Number 2, João Félix, the reverse Uno card. This one's wild. Atletico bought João Félix for 126 million euros, the 4th most expensive transfer ever at the time. Then he didn't work out. So what did they do? Loan him to Chelsea in 2023 with specific conditions about playing time and Champions League qualification that made a permanent move nearly impossible. Chelsea paid the loan fee, covered his wages, and then sent him back. No permanent deal. No obligation. Atletico got a nice loan fee, cleared wages temporarily, and kept the asset. Chess, not checkers. Number 3, Saúl Niguez, the Chelsea special. 2021, Saúl goes to Chelsea on loan. Option to buy for €40 million if he plays 50% of matches. He was so bad at Chelsea that they actively benched him to avoid triggering the clause. Chelsea and Atlético accidentally worked together to save money. It was like watching two people trying not to win a prize. He played 20% of available minutes. Went back to Atlético. No harm, no foul. Well, except to Saúl's confidence. See the pattern? Every single one of these deals has the same DNA. Conditional purchase clauses tied to appearances or performance. Thresholds set just high enough to be avoidable. Payment structures that delay the big money. Wiggle room for tactical decisions. It's not illegal. It's not even against FIFA regulations. It's just strategically ruthless. Now here's a question that might make you uncomfortable. Is this actually wrong? I mean, think about it. Every other club has access to the same contract structures. They all have lawyers. They all can write conditional clauses. So why is Atlético the only one doing it this effectively? The answer reveals something fascinating about football finances that nobody wants to talk about. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Atlético Madrid isn't playing dirty. They're replaying smart in a system that is rigged against them. The reality check. Real Madrid revenue in 2023, €831 million. Barcelona revenue in 2023, €800 million. Atlético Madrid revenue in 2023, €394 million. They're competing with half the budget, half the sponsorship money, half the global fan base, half the TV revenue. So yeah, when you're trying to win La Liga against clubs that make twice your money, you get creative with a checkbook. Here is something most people don't know. La Liga has the strictest financial fair play rules in Europe. Your wage bill is capped based on your revenue. When Barcelona couldn't register players, when they had to let Messi go, that was La Liga's wage cap. Atlético has the same problem, just smaller scale. They can't spend like the big boys. So instead, they, number 1, delay payments through conditional clauses. Number 2, spread transfer fees over longer periods. Number 3, use loans to manage wage bills yearly. Number 4, avoid triggering purchase obligations until they have the money. Is it manipulative? Absolutely. Is it necessary for survival? Also, kind of yes. Here's where it gets complicated. The victim's perspective. Barcelona lost millions on Griezmann. Chelsea wasted time and money on players who never played. Selling clubs get strung along for years. Players become tactical pawns. Atlético's perspective. Every contract was agreed upon by both parties. If selling clubs don't like the terms, don't sign. It's due diligence and smart negotiation. This is how they compete with richer clubs. The truth? Both can be right simultaneously. Here's why this story is bigger than just one club being sneaky. Number 1, the transfer market is broken. Player values are inflated beyond reason. €126 million for a 19-year-old João Félix? That's insane. Clubs are protecting themselves from their own terrible decisions. Number 2, contracts have become weapons. We are seeing more conditional clauses, more payment structures, more creative accounting across all clubs now. Atlético just popularized it. Number 3, players are caught in the middle. Griezmann playing 30-minute cameos not because of tactics, but because of accounting? That's not football. That's spreadsheet management. Question for you. When does smart business cross the line into damaging the sport itself? Here's the kicker. Football's governing bodies know this is happening. They see it. They understand it. And they're doing nothing. Why? Because technically, it's all legal. Atlético isn't breaking rules. They're exploiting the gaps between the rules. It's like finding a tax loophole. The government hates it, but until they change the law, you're just being smart with your money. So, let's circle back to where we started. Atlético Madrid mastered legal football cheating. After everything we've covered, is that fair? My take, they mastered the system. They saw loopholes everyone else ignored and exploited them ruthlessly. Is it ethical? Debatable. Is it effective? Absolutely. The real questions. Should contracts allow this much manipulation? Should playing time be tied to purchase obligations? Should football prioritize competitive balance over free market? Love them or hate them, Atlético Madrid showed us something important. In modern football, sometimes the best signing isn't a player, it's a good lawyer. And if you think this is crazy, Wait until you hear about how PSG handles financial fair play. But that's a story for another video. If you made it this far, you're a legend. Hit that subscribe button because we are diving into football's darkest financial secrets every week. Drop a comment. Team Atletico is genius or team this should be illegal. I'll see you in the next one.